Hi. It's Tuesday. Yesterday was a teaching day for me. I was on campus pretty much all day and doing stuff. Yeah. And then I came home and played Fire Emblem Three Fates. Y'all, the dude is fucking breaking my heart. He's just so adorable. And I love him. And I also maybe am trying to figure out doing a knitted recreation of his scarf. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google to do Fire Emblem and look at the scarf that he wears. It's beautiful, blue and orange, and it's just beautiful like he is. Anyway, today is a work at home day, and I don't have a ton of like work to do, so it's mostly home work at home day, hearth work. Plus I put on my to-do list for today that I would spend at least 15 minutes working on the novel. So I'm starting out today actually doing some meal planning, because yesterday, I had already had this on my list, but yesterday Ben came up to me and said, at some point this week we have to be adults and go buy groceries. And I said, yes, we do. So I would really like to get into better habits about taking lunch with me to campus, but also maybe not eating as much takeout, because we eat a lot of takeout. So that's what I'm doing this morning. Okay, so I made a list of meals, possible meals, and started a grocery list, but I didn't get very far with the grocery list, but I will get farther with it. And then I realized that I was doing my thing where I was like, man, I'm really tired and grumpy and I just want to go lay down, and then I realized I hadn't eaten anything. So I had a little breakfast, finished my coffee, and now what I need to do is tackle the recycling, because y'all, like, this recycling situation is kind of out of control. Okay, so we got to do something about that, which mostly means like taking it out to the bin, but it's really gross and rainy outside, so I think what I'm gonna do is bring the bin into the garage and then just carry all this stuff out to the garage. Kitchen's clean, and I have been procrastinating the 50 minutes on the novel that I have down on my to-do list for today, because you can't fail if you don't try, right? That's totally what I'm doing. But now that I recognize that that's what I'm doing, I am going to reward myself for the effort, no matter what happens. The important thing is to put in the time, get anything done. So 50 minutes on the novel, and then I'm going to let myself have a nice food and video game break. I'm a champion because I worked on this for my allotted time. I spent most of the time rereading the 2 chapters leading up to the chapter that I'm working on now. And then I was finding the blank screen a little daunting, so I started handwriting a little bit. I think that this next chapter is going to be a bit of a challenge just because it is more character and relationship driven than plot driven, and I think I've said this a number of times, like there are lots of places in this first draft where I know that I'm not managing the emotional work or the relationship stuff as well as I need to, but right now it's all about getting that first draft done. So I think I might just have to like let myself be okay with the fact that this chapter is probably really, really gonna suck. But I gotta get through it in order to move forward. Because I'm tired of writing things out of order. Anyway, I did the work, which means I now get a reward, and my reward is some food and video game time. And I have to figure out what that food is gonna be. Maybe some noodles. Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. It's Wednesday. I started my day with an email from a student who's like, hey, I woke up really sick. I'm not gonna make it to class, which is, you know, cool. It happens. There's been going around. But then he says, is this gonna count as an absence? And since when does not coming to class not count as an absence? Like, there are excused and unexcused absences. Anyway, so I should never start the day with email, let's face it. I actually sat down here to have my coffee and do a little... Harley, why are you breaking everything? Because she wants to. She's, I think, a little agitated because they're still doing road work out in front of our house. Forever. Anyway, I sat down here to entertain myself while I drink my coffee, and I neither entertained myself nor drank my coffee. So I've got about 10 minutes before I need to be out the door. And during that time, I'm going to pound this coffee because I am a champion who can really only be a champion if they have sufficient coffee in their veins. Like all real champions, like I don't trust you if you don't need coffee. Hi, it's Thursday and I am here in my office. I came in to meet with a student this morning. I'm gonna have some lunch with a friend in a little bit, but in the meantime, I am watching some Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, working on this research project a little bit. Ideally, by this point, which is the end of January, I would have watched like seasons 3 and 4, and I am only halfway through season 3, so I might have to change some plans here, which is fine. I have an idea on that. So I think instead of maybe just going through and watching every episode, I might have to go through and look at view counts and make some choices based on view counts. So anyway, it's cold, but I'm feeling okay. So that's always nice. Ben and I bought a bunch of groceries last night. Like, we did the proper adulting thing and went out and bought real food, fruits, vegetables, canned goods, things to make meals, and then immediately went out and rewarded ourselves with frozen custard because sometimes that's what you need to adult. I feel like I got a lot done today. Mostly work on my last week tonight project, but also we're gonna watch an episode in my comp class tomorrow to talk about synthesizing sources, pulling together information, figuring out key trends, for instance. So I got to figure out exactly which episode I want to watch for that. It's always a trick of like finding one that is interesting and relatable and not too political and also not too gross in terms of the humor. Like, I don't really mind, but I had to think about, other people in the room. So this one, the weirdest thing is a joke about duck penises, and you know what? Duck penises are weird, so the sooner they learn that, the better off they'll be in this world.
Are you vlogging?
I'm vlogging. Do you want to say something about the beer, Ben?
Yes. It tastes like cinnamon and rum and beer, and those are all good flavors. It's very good.
Do you all want to?
Yes. I wish that this beer was made into a cupcake by my friend Dr. Stephanie Weaver.
That's a good
I also
one.
wish-
All right.
There we go.
Happy birthday, FDR. Thanks for being president when we ended Prohibition.
Behold this delicious chili I hath made with quinoa for, added quinoa-iness. Now I'm gonna eat it.
It's Friday. Not feeling super thrilled about getting up. But I guess I have to.
It's Sunday, and I apparently can't stay well for more than 5 minutes at a time because I spent Friday evening and yesterday in a lump on the couch pretty much the whole time. I canceled some stuff yesterday. I just basically kind of quarantined myself at the house for a couple of days just in case this is actual germy stuff instead of whatever weird stuff my sinuses often do. I am feeling better at this point, but I need to kind of figure out what needs to get done today, where I am in my life in general. My keyboard is still not functioning properly. I managed to lose one hinge during the cleaning process. I ordered a new one. I ordered the wrong thing because I got cocky about making choices without actually consulting my items. So I had to order another one. Hopefully I will have this keyboard working soon. In the meantime, it basically means that my laptop is a desktop, which is fine. Anyway, the first thing I'm gonna do while I'm sitting here is just, figure out what needs to get done today and what my week looks like and all of that good stuff. So here we go. stuff. Did some planning for next week. Took a shower, which is really important, and ate some lunch, which is also really important. Trying to get a lot better about remembering lunch. I have some grading to do, but it's not super pressing, so I think I might save that for my office hours tomorrow, and instead, today, focus on some around the house stuff that will make me feel better if it gets done. Starting with washing socks. So, interesting fact about me is that I wear a lot of handmade socks that I made myself. But that means that they have to be hand washed instead of going into machines, because they will last longer if I don't put them in the machine. So I've got a nice big pile of socks down here, and we are going to wash them. I do try to kind of divide them by color, just because, you know, with dyed yarns like this, color does leach. So I'll do like a big round of blue socks together. Part of it depends on how much I can get in the sink at one time. And then I like to use this Euclid no rinse delicate wash wool wash. A little bit of that in there. Again, helps protect the wool, keep it going strong. And then we got our first kind of load in here. I'll mix it up a little bit. A lot of sock yarn is okay to put in the washing machine. A lot of it's superwash merino mixed with nylon, but I have a hard time remembering which socks are okay to put in the wash and which ones aren't. I always make sure if I'm making it for other people, they're safe to put in the wash, but for myself, I'm not always as careful. And like I said, they just do last longer if you hand wash them. So I probably am gonna do 3 loads. I'll let these soak for like 20 minutes, and then I will take them out. And I set up my drying rack in the tub here so that when they drip, they just drip into the tub. And I let them dry for as long as it takes them. Besides washing socks, I also need to do some prep for this coming teaching week. I know I've got this little piece of hair that's sticking out right here, and just ignore it. I'll just keep looking this way. Nothing to see here. I have some stuff that I need to prep for this coming teaching week, so I'm gonna work on some of those odds and ends for a little bit and try to not have as much stuff hanging over me that I might possibly forget. Got a nice list right here, so here we go. So in my quest to do a bunch of things around the house that will make me feel more prepared for the coming week, I changed a bunch of light bulbs, including the one in the garage, which has been out for, gosh, like maybe over a year now. I changed that fucker because I'm a champion. But I also started trying to work with our printer again. Our printer has been not working well for some time now. It wants to like print gibberish about 80% of the time, and the colors are, it's just not working. It's not working properly at all. And it's like there's something happening with the connection between computer and the printer, so there's that. And then there's also something happening with the print heads itself so that it's printing badly. So I'm wondering if our house got hit, well, not quite our house. The power line behind our house got struck by lightning a while back, and it really seriously messed up some of our electronics, but we thought the printer was fine at the time. And I'm wondering if maybe the printer wasn't fine, but it's just been deteriorating slowly until we're at a point where it is like completely senile. So, I don't necessarily need the printer immediately, but today is the day of doing the things that have been taking up brain space for way too long. So I am going to Best Buy to buy a new printer on Super Bowl Sunday. So they're probably selling a bunch of TVs, and I'm gonna show up and be like, do you have the Canon TR8250? Because I got shit to print. So this will be good though. Like, having this fixed will be a real weight off of my brain, because it's been an ongoing problem for a long time. Oh, there goes the fire truck. Good.
Nervous, but it was okay.
Alright, we have a new printer. Look at it in all its printing glory. We watched the Super Bowl. I did a lot of cleaning in between. Ben live tweeted the whole Super Bowl.
I'm not here.
He made very astute observations.
Tremendous physicality. You got to get the ball to your most explosive back. Give your guys a chance to make a play on the ball.
That's football wisdom with Ben. So this is the end of the week. I packed my lunch for tomorrow. I am finishing up some things to be ready for class. And Ben's gonna play us out. You ready, Ben? Play us out of the week. Just play a little tune.
You want me to turn on the amplifier? Can't really hear it.
That was real nice.